All righty, everybody. Welcome to Misfit Mining Saturday Night Live, where I have Mr. Goat, Geek of All Trades, to my left, and we got Mining King down below me, and then we got Hawk. How you guys doing tonight? Hope you guys are all doing well. Mr. Chump Change is not doing so well, so he deferred to me. So hopefully he will maybe tune in a little bit and say hi. But and if you're listening, hope you're feeling better.
He's just being a pansy.
No, this is, I don't know about you guys, but there's been the same thing going around, and different people have had it different ways, but my boss had it and it just knocked him out. But it all starts with a sore throat. Starts with a sore throat, then you let your congestion get away from you, and then you have full on bronchitis or pneumonia or whatever the hell he had. But it sounds like that's what because Chump said, yeah, his started with a sore throat as well.
Sounds like your boss is a pansy too. Just saying. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there.
It seems to be going around.
Being a pansy?
Yeah.
Contagious.
All right. Well, let me do a quick for me rundown of who is in the chat. We got Nick the Best, who is first. Fiddler, number 2. Valley Crypto, Travelers Travels, Offshore Miner, 10 Minutes to Midnight, Aragorn Strider, Frogman. Oh, we have different person. Oh, he changed his name. I was thinking that was somebody different. Nick changed his name. Patrick Murphy, Dom G, Burn, Strange Tamer, Black Sales, Crypto MB, Rogelio Esquire. Never know how to exactly say that name. Mad Investor, Jean Francois, Vinny Del Greco is here. Texas Legend Gaming. Oh, let's see. Automatic Beats. Let's effing go. Yeah, marks have been good. Mining Booms and Smash the Like Bros. That's kind of convenient that he was last. So yes, Smash the Like Bros. Cody Johnson, as well as Wall Jumper Free Tacos. Hello, got any tacos? No, actually, for dinner, I actually went to where I normally get tacos from, but it's kind of a one stop shop for anything. And nope, got Italian beef instead tonight. So no, I don't have any tacos tonight.
I want tacos.
Not Tuesday, man. Not Tuesday.
You don't have to wait till Tuesday. Tacos are good any day.
I know. I usually have them twice a week, Tuesday and some other day. Just didn't feel like tacos tonight. Didn't feel like much of anything, actually. That's the beautiful thing about a sinus infection is the fact that it kills your appetite. You can lose weight really easily. Okay. It sucks, but hey, you lose weight. Lost a few pounds, but I need to lose more than a few pounds. Anyway, I have a feeling I'll be going off on a lot of tangents tonight. But anyway, how was your day today, Mr. Goat?
Oh, man. It was all right. It wasn't too bad. I finished editing a video and got it put out, and just like I'm recovering. I've been at a cybersecurity event, conference event all week, and I had a speaking thing on Thursday. So it's just been stressful setting up, tearing down, helping people, shaking babies, kissing hands with customers and all that stuff. But so I did go out, speaking of tacos, I did go out with a vendor and some customers and our CIO, and we had tacos on Tuesday of all times at like this, we don't know, a little hole in the wall or something down the road from the hotel we were staying at. And they had kangaroo meat tacos.
Really?
Yeah. So I asked, I was like, is it real kangaroo meat? Like, how fresh is kangaroo in Ohio? I mean, it wasn't, but it was real kangaroo meat, and it came with like fried mac and cheese balls, and it was all on a taco. It was really good though. I got it on a flight, had a couple other weird tacos. I don't remember those, but I remember eating kangaroo meat. I mean, when in your life do you ever get a chance to eat that? And so I ate it.
I don't know. I'm thinking we need to ask Second TL if he's ever eaten kangaroo meat.
Ooh, that's a good question.
That is such a stereotype.
Sure he is not here tonight, though.
Unacceptable.
Not yet, anyway. Aragorn Strider says, load up on the cold med. It's that time of year. Plus, it makes the streams fun. Actually, I took my first dose of pseudoephedrine. So None of that fake pH stuff or PE.
There you go. Get the good shit.
decongestant. Yeah, it's the good shit. Yeah, it kept me awake for most of the day. I once had a physical assessment, basically
Like at the doctor.
What it was, but anyway, where basically I was trying to find out what my lactate threshold and stuff was. This is when I was a lot younger. My lactate threshold at that point, with the actual being on pseudoephedrine, it was at 189. Lactate threshold is supposed to be like 70 to 80% of your maximum, and it was 189.
Okay.
It was nuts. Anyway, well, glad you had a good time this week.
It was rough. It was a rough week, but it was good. Good event. Got to meet with a lot of customers and lots of opportunities coming out of it and stuff. So got to sit down with a couple of the C-levels and like talk strategy on cloud and stuff for the company. So it's going to be a good year in 2025 if everything, even remotely goes the way I hope it does, but we'll see.
Hey, I got a question for you. I saw this today.
No question.
You have a new certification on LinkedIn. Generative AI for something or another.
Yeah, that was just one of those LinkedIn learning classes that you get a certificate for completing. It was, and because I was speaking on an AI panel, I figured I'd throw that out there and kind of get some additional engagement for the people that were going, that were already following me and all that kind of stuff. The marketing tactic. It's not, I mean, I had a lot of people like that, and a couple of them that were there. I mean, they didn't talk to me specifically about that, but so I had coaching cafe sessions where I could sit down with a customer for 15 to 30 minutes and do one-on-one conversations on like strategic planning, and talk to one customer about migrating out of Google Workspace and into Office 365. And I talked to another customer about how to optimize Azure and stuff like that. So it was good. It was a good event that definitely, like I said, has some good opportunities that are going to come out of it. I already got some follow-ups yesterday, trying to sift through 200 and something emails. It's weird. You're out of the office for like 2 days. You don't realize you get that much shit that just piles up. And with Copilot, you can summarize it all in one click.
Really?
Yeah. And Wave 2 is going to actually allow you to sort by relevancy or sort by importance, I think is what it said. And it's pretty cool. So you can, like, in the dropdown, you can sort by newest to oldest, or, sort by whatever, all the different, the senders and all the different categories. One of the new categories is going to be sort by importance. And when it does that, the emails that you click on, a little bar at the top will tell you why Copilot thinks that it's important. So it's now reading your emails and putting the information into context, while also linking with the sender's emails and reviewing how often you communicate with them and blah, blah, blah. It's AI doing AI shit.
I could definitely use that. I'm so bad at keeping up with my emails because I'm not at my desk very often.
Copilot's pretty sweet. It really is. Nice. I like it in Teams. It allows me to, like, if I record the conversation, it'll transcribe in real time. And if you come in late to a meeting or something, you can be like, catch me up, and it'll tell you, pretty much topics that are discussed. And Andy said this, and Mike said this, and Barb said that, and give me action items and give me suggestions for topics to follow up on, blah, 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 blah. You can even be like, name all the people in their meeting with their roles in the form of a table, and it'll spit it out within the chat, forum. Like in Copilot and Teams, you have your own like Copilot off to the side in the slider, and you can do whatever you want with it. You can say, explain this to me like I'm a 5-year-old, and you can ask the dumbest questions because it's your Copilot. But what I like to do is record the conversation, and after it's all said and done with like a pre-sales engagement or whatever, just copy and paste it into an email and say, hey, this is what Copilot got. Did we miss anything? These are some of the action items. It spelled Mike's last name wrong, or whatever. We'll make a joke about how AI still hallucinates and stuff, but it helps keep us on track with, the conversation on what's going on in the, in the project or whatever we're working with.
Very cool. King, what'd you do all day today? Drive?
Oh, yeah, drive. Yeah, drive. That's pretty much it. Drive. So yeah, drive back to Kansas. I'm here on like personal time this time, so I'm doing my my transaction tomorrow for my 150 Z15s. So I'm trading 4 S19Ks for 150 as is Z15s. 3 that I seen off the first pallet that they've already went through, because they went through the first pallet. They didn't test it, but they looked for any ones that had, burnt boards or anything like that. So I know 3 on the first pallet there's 3 bad ones for sure. Those could be parts. So, but yeah, getting 2 pallets of Z15s tomorrow. So it's kind of on my agenda.
So how are you going to get them back to Missouri?
Yeah, at first I was like, well, I could just rent an enclosed trailer, and I did a weight calculation for the trailer and and for the pallets. I could trailer them back. The problem with that is the house I rent, it has a hill and it's very steep. So, and it's very short, so it's, it's not going to be great to unload there like that, right? It'd be really hard. But actually, um, I know somebody else here in this immediate area, and they're going to let me kind of store the 2 pallets here, and then I'm gonna take like 30 or 40 back every time
Oh,
I
okay,
I
that's
I,
cool.
I go to Kansas. So it'll give me some time. So my plan is to do like 5 a night, and I'm probably going to stream every night. I'm just going to take them apart. I'm going to repaste them and try to get them booting up and get them working, and swap control boards, power supplies, stuff like that, see which ones work, don't work. Um,
So are the Z15s 120 or are they
they could
240?
they could be both. They're both.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, they could be ran on either. So they use the old APW7, I believe is the number for the power supply from Bitmain. Um, they're profitable at 10 cents at about a dollar and a half. Um, so yeah, it's to me right now, my S19Ks are just sitting there. They're not. If I did turn them on, they would be like, I don't even know if they're breaking even. They're probably still negative. So to me, it's just like, why not risk it a little bit, right? I'm still gonna have 23. I'm still gonna have 23 S19Ks. So and then I'm picking up 150 Z15s.
Are you
Now
building a
So
interest
fort?
so actually
no,
hold on a second. With the increase in Bitcoin, are they profitable yet, or what price of power are they profitable at?
um
Or do they break even at?
so they they're making like 50 cents at like cents right now when I looked
Okay.
like a day ago. So they're not really, you can call them, I don't know, that's like not really making any money, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Well, that's better
and
than losing money.
no, I mean it is, but it's but here's the thing is like when Bitcoin goes up and down though, right? So if you're making 50 cents one day, and then 3 days from now Bitcoin goes down a few $1,000, okay, well now instead of being 50 cents up, now you're 30 cents negative. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're going up and down, and so like every other day you're like either positive or negative. It's a very scary place to be in. I lost money paying power um for like a month and a half, so I'm not doing that again. These things have been profitable for a very long time, and there's no competition. You can look at the hash rate; it's not increasing very much at all. And like I said, they don't really make any of these ASICs except for Bitmain.
Right.
So it's pretty. I would say when it comes to an ASIC thing, it's pretty low risk. So
Yeah.
to
I
me,
mean, sounds similar to well, I should say what Litecoin and Doge mining used to be. I have a feeling it's going to start going up with some of the things that are being released. But
yeah,
yeah, this one obviously don't have anything being released, so that's a good thing for you. That's for sure.
yeah, and I mean, I could desolder the chips, the main chips, for some of the ones that partially work, right? Because there's 2 chips aboard. Those are worth like on eBay around like $400. So I mean,
Oh wow.
I could liquidate tons of parts and make a decent amount of money. It's going to be a lot of legwork. So to me though, if I can get at least 20 of these running out of the 150, that's a complete home run. If I get half, yeah, it'll be amazing. If I get 100, yeah, it's going to be life changing. So it'll be. We're just going to have to wait and see. I have no idea. I'm
So
taking
if
the
you
first 30 home.
now, if you're working through these, but if you get a board where you're like, hey, this has got a scorch mark on it, is it, but you still think it might be repairable, do you have somebody you can send that out to?
Yeah, I can. It's going to cost me. Now, what I could do is, because I'm thinking about maybe training with the people that are selling me this, because I talked to them about also doing training. Is the one thing with training is you need to have stuff that's broken. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I could work on this stuff that I got for almost not that much money. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I could use that to train on. So that's another thing too. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of opportunity, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of elbow grease, cleaning, repasting stuff. You know what I mean? Switching out control board, power supplies. It's going to be a lot of work. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
not going to lie. It's going to be a lot of like my time. So that's why I was thinking at night. You know what I mean? I usually game at night, so my gaming time is probably going to get reduced to zero or very little.
No.
I'm gonna make time for it because I gotta have my game time. But it's like I'm probably just gonna stream. I'll just do like 5 ASICs, 3 to 5 ASICs. You know what I mean? Tearing them apart, cleaning them. Seeing if they'll boot up in mine again on 120.
Cool. Alrighty, Mr. Hawk, how was your day?
It's the typical Saturday for me. It's getting into the season now, so I'm busy, and I barely made it here. So
When do
Yeah.
people start heading? So people have already started heading down to Florida.
yeah, we were busy tonight. This was and I was completely understaffed tonight. Yeah, it was busy.
Well,
I don't really have anything. Weekends are just, I'm locked up on the weekends. I'm catching up now with some Terra stuff. I had some orders that came in today and stuff that I have to do, and that's pretty much it. Looks like everybody's starting to bite onto those L9s a little bit, and looks like everyone's catching. Everyone's looking at it.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this big order comes in. I've been praying, so we'll see.
Yeah, this is we are starting to head into the bull run. I really believe that.
Yeah, it's getting hot.
Yep. So actually a couple of things I did want to talk about. Oh, let me talk about what my day was. So I did get 3 4090s in yesterday. Actually, hang on.
I thought there was a guy that told me that he wasn't buying any more of those a long time ago.
I don't know who you're talking about. There's one. This is actually a full one. Should I do the DJ?
Don't
do
drop
the
it.
DJ. Don't do the DJ.
Don't
Look, you guys want to see it?
Yeah, let's not do that.
I was showing my son about what it was. We were talking about it.
A horrible idea.
But yeah, putting one in to the Octo server, thought it'd be simple. No, of course it wasn't.
Which one? Which model?
It's the Founders Edition. So actually, having put that in there and seeing how it fits in there, I'm seriously thinking about just taking everything out of there and I think because I have these 3 and I have 2 others, just making it all Founders Edition in there.
You put what, 5 in there? 6? Probably for 6,
5,
right?
yeah, but it will have more space in between. They're not as wide as like the gigabytes are, and they're also not as tall, which means I could put the top on.
You can also put the you can put the 6th one in the front.
No, it can't.
It won't fit?
No, here's the problem. The wires, remember I said my wires are different than your wires, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so the EPS connector is not a standard PCI like connector. The shapes are different.
Oh,
so I got those wires from Veteran Miner saying, "Oh, just make me a standard." And he followed instructions. This is not on him. This is on me. And I said, "Just make me a standard straight through PCIe cable." And I did that. I'm like, "What the hell? Why won't this go in?" And then I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, "Oh, that one's square where it's supposed to be rounded, and it's not." I'm like, "Do I have it upside down?" No, wasn't that. So it's different. So I can't use that 6th one until I figure out a solution to that. And like I said, I haven't been able to find those EPS cables anywhere, or reverse EPS cables, I think is what it's called. So no, I can't do that because I actually had planned on putting this 5th one in there. The other thing though is I need more power, and I did have somebody come out this week to give me a quote. I'm still waiting for the quote. He was supposed to get it to me by Friday. He did not, but he did know what he was talking about because I had done my research, and he's like, I'm going to need to do this. I'm going to need to do this. And nothing was a surprise except for one thing. And that was, he said he had to rerun a bigger cable for grounding the water pipe because of being a bigger, higher capacity box. And he's like, that's like nothing. He's like, you got conduit. It'll take me 5 minutes to run it. It won't be hard. So he wasn't like trying to upsell me on anything. So, and then I talked to him about a bunch of other things. As if I was to add batteries, how I was thinking about doing that. Do you think it'd be rough to run conduit from here on the outside of the house? Blah, blah, blah. So talked about a lot of things there. So he was pretty engaged, so I'm really surprised I didn't get a quote from him. But like I said, I thought he was good, and hopefully I'll get that quote here early next week. But yeah, I can't. I'm already pushing it with the 5th one. And I do need to move my 3090 rig off of the 30 amp circuit and onto a 120 circuit to make room for the one I added, which I haven't done yet. So it's been spiking occasionally to over 6,000 watts, but for the most part, it's averaging around 4,500. So the average is fine. It's just the spikes. So, but yeah, that's what I dealt with today. And then for whatever reason, the network connection just went away. And I restarted it twice, and then the router picked up on it and assigned an IP address. But when I went into via the IPMI and actually remoted in, I could see doing an IP space A command. I could see that both my Ethernet connections were down. So I'm like, oh, well, maybe if I just bring them up. So I brought both of them up, and then eventually one of them goes down because it's not connected to anything, but it does stay up. So then I ran a DH client, which is the same thing as a IP config /renew command in Windows. And all of a sudden now everything was fine. So manual, I was able to get it up and running, but I worry that if I lose power and it comes back up, it's going to be down, and I'm going to have to go through the whole rigmarole all over again. So I don't know. I got to kind of sort that out to find out what happened there, but it's up. It's up and running right now. It's mining mainly Aleo, but and that occasional job I get on it, but we'll see. But I'm glad to have that done. And then tomorrow I plan on getting the other two 4090s up and running. I'm going to take a 3060 Ti and double it up on one of the rigs, and then a 3060 I'm going to take out probably, and then put that into the Unraid server, and then have the 4090 running there. So, but yeah, I should have enough power to run all that, and then that'll be it until I get more power.
So just put them in your living room like I do at home.
I could do that, but I mean, I right now when I max out on power, right now I'll max out probably over 13,000 watts. You can run, I believe, on a 100 amp service 19,000 watts. So I'm not that close, but it's fairly close, because then you start getting into the balance, is how well is it balanced on your system, and do I have, like, especially the 120 circuits, do I have more on one leg versus the other? What happens if I turn, that's without the oven being on, that's with the air conditioning on, which that won't be on anymore. But that's with like the dryer and the oven off. So at that point it becomes, I really got to make sure I'm balancing my loads to make sure I don't trip the 100 amp circuit. So, which would be bad. That would be bad. So, but we'll see. Hopefully, I'm hoping it comes in less than 3,000. I'm hoping it comes in under 2, but I have a feeling it's going to be somewhere between 2 and 3. He's got to go do a decent amount of work. especially considering I'm in a finished basement, which obviously complicates things slightly. So anyway, there was something I was going to talk about, but I wanted to go through my day first. Oh, I know what we're talking about, the markets. So one of the things I was just reading was that I don't know if you guys remember this back in September when Japan raised their rates and it caused a huge downturn in the Bitcoin market or all of crypto because it unrolled a lot of leverage because everybody was leveraged using the yen because the yen was so cheap to because it was like almost like 0% financing or 0.25%, whatever it was super, super low. And then when they raised, that obviously affected the rate. Plus, that meant that it raised the value of the yen. So all of a sudden, you have all these people that are in yen. So yen to dollar goes down. Anyway, it was bad. So now they're talking about that Japan now seems to have inflation that's not a concern. So the value of the yen is actually decreased a bit. And they're thinking that it may incentivize more people to go back into that trade again, which will raise the price of Bitcoin. So a lot of things go in the right direction. A lot of wins behind crypto right now, I think.
There's no wins behind Caspa.
No, there aren't that many wins behind Caspa. That's true. There's wins behind Litecoin, though. Not quite beating DJ yet. I'm 4%. It's like 17% to 17% to 13%, something like that.
14% on the week.
Yeah, for Litecoin. Yeah, it made a big comeback. Good. Now, what's interesting is typically from what I've seen, when we start seeing a big increase in Litecoin like this, it usually leads the market. It has a tendency to do that. I don't know why, but I've seen that before. So that's giving me also more confidence that Bitcoin's going to follow. Because if you look at the rest of the market hasn't really done that much. It's done some. Obviously, everybody's kind of gone up and out, but Litecoin has gone up more than the rest of the market in the last 7 days. So
yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. Sorry, I think Caspa went down because I bought a bunch of it. So that's usually what happens. I buy something and then it just goes down after I buy it. So sorry, everybody. Sorry.
Frogman, did I contact the Octaserver folks? Not yet. I had contacted them a while back trying to get a longer cable, but I thought I had a solution, so that I stopped. So I'll go back and bug them to see if they can get me a longer cable. S Chang, will setting static IP address solve the problem? It crossed my mind. I was thinking that might solve the problem.
That was what I was going to suggest.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about doing that as well. Just
is that problem the same problem that I had?
I don't know. Because I didn't have
a static IP, and I had that problem too.
With the static IP, you had the problem?
What?
Static IP, you had a problem?
Yeah, he did, because that's all we use at the data center. That's where he's at right now.
Oh, so. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, I don't know if that
because the device name changed on him. That's what happened.
No, I know, and I don't know what the device name was before. So I couldn't tell you whether it changed or not.
You don't have to change it what it is before. You have to go and see what it is currently. So, like, let's say you start it you start Ubuntu and you realize the NIC doesn't come on. Then what you do is you hit IP config. You take the picture of that, and then you go into the setting. It'll have the old one, and then you have to put the new one in there. That's what me and King and Second TL and Shay did. It took everybody.
That's what I gotta find is how to get.
You just get IP config.
It's not IP config anymore because it's IF config. That's what
IF config. Excuse me. Yeah. And then you get that where it says ENP whatever.
Right. I've got that.
And then you just go into it's net plan, or I think it's net plan or net data. And then if you go into, you have to nano go in there and edit it, and then you'll see it pop up, and then you just change the numbers. If you know how to do it, it takes 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, the net plan, I know the file. I just don't remember where it is. IP-A does the same thing. IF config will also give you the same information, but I usually use IP-A because, hey, It's faster.
Second TL and I had it happen to our rig, so he's done it several times now. I've had to do it twice. I need to copy that though, and the steps on how to do it, because it's going to happen again. Now I don't know if that same issue happens with 22, with the M.2 server 22.04. I don't know if it's just a 20.04 issue, but
Well, Aragorn says he's going to help me afterwards. I'm sure I could look that up. That was the thing I was missing though, is what file that was. But
King,
thanks,
is it
Aragorn.
net
I'm sure you
plan
make
or
it a lot
net data?
faster.
Do you remember?
What was it?
It's net plan.
Net
and you
plan.
could also, I would just recommend that you use the where is command in Ubuntu. Just Google it and it'll help you find things in your Ubuntu. It's one of the little things I picked up in that free course that I learned. There's locate and where is and other things you could use to locate things. You could search keywords, you know what I mean, and other things like that, and it'll show you like subfolders and directories of where everything's located in, and then you could go, do your little CD command and go down the path.
Right. And then do your nano command to get into the file and edit it. Yep. All right, cool. But yeah, that took up a good portion of my day. Plus this morning, my son left. He's not back in Huntsville. He's about back in Huntsville. He left at noon today. Takes him about 9.5 to 10 hours to get home.
Jeez.
But yeah. So like I said, I spent the morning with him. That was pretty much my day.
Mm-hmm.
So the one question I had, and I put on the thumbnail, is I'm going to put a poll out there. Are you mining? Are you renting? Neither or both? Let's see. Start a poll. What are you doing? Mining, renting, neither, or both. Let me know what you guys are doing. I'm kind of curious. Definitely kind of curious. What are you guys doing?
Mining.
And any of you guys.
That's it. Vast AI right now. That's it.
So you're just renting.
Both.
So what are you mining right now?
Zen.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. You do have some Z15s already. Yeah.
I have a Z15, and then I'm also spec mining Telestai with my 6600s.
Oh yeah.
How are those on TLS?
I like them. They use like no power, which I like because my power rate is garbage where I live. So it's like 17 cents. So I like something that's small and doesn't use a lot of energy. Works for me. And I can stack a little bit of coin still. And actually, they just launched it's kind of like a blog short form style. Their very first iteration, they just launched it. So you can go check that out in the Discord. So those guys are super active, man. They're like releasing stuff like a couple times a week. It's really crazy.
Good.
So what's the project about?
It is essentially they want to do like decentralized like social media in a way, right? So like like there's like YouTube and Twitter and all that stuff. You know what I mean? They're gonna do pretty much make their own, right? Of those platforms, right? To where like and so like if somebody subs to you, they have to use Telestai to be your sub, right? And then all of the Telestai from that goes to you directly, right? Anything that you do on the platform will cost you Telestai, but all the proceeds 100% go to the creator or whoever, right? So this way, like like YouTube takes what, like 50% of everything, you know what I mean? So
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't know the number, but it's a lot, you know what I mean? So it's like when they start building that kind of framework, I am going to start putting my videos and stuff over there, and eventually I would like to just migrate all the way over there and predominantly be on there because one, it's going to be a brand new platform, so it'd be a good place to go because then you'll be the first one there, you know what I mean? Um, and then two, well, and obviously you're going to take a revenue hit at first, but I don't know, might pan out in the long run. So, but yeah, they're doing a lot of stuff with their wallet. You know what I mean, to be secure. They're even working on their own um, Debian release for an OS.
Oh, cool.
That I've seen that they showed a little teaser of. So that was kind of neat. Um, so yeah, just go in their Discord, man. They're doing all kinds of stuff. But it's all about security of surfing the internet and stuff like that, and all that kind of stuff.
Nice. How about you, Goat?
I'm mining
What you mining?
G14 classified. We can't talk about that.
That's fine. Fair enough.
No, I'm mining bricks on my KS0 Ultras. Solo mining bricks, and it's huge payouts, but I mean it ain't worth a shit. So what else am I gonna do with them?
Right.
I mean, I got like $250,000 Cedra, and was like, okay, now what? And so bricks is another one. Everybody's doing it, so it's not gonna be worth shit anyway. And then I mined a bunch of Raven Coin Cash with a 4090. Solo mining it as well, and now I'm solo on Celestai with the 4090. And then of course I got a G1. I got a bunch of solo shit, lottery tickets out there. But yeah, I'm just mining. I'm not renting anything right now.
Cool. And how about you, Hawk? You said just renting?
Yeah, no, I just paid off all my credit cards. I'm done. Like I'm not getting into anything crazy unless I have cash. I'm not doing it. I actually went to go my lease on I lease my cars, and I'm going to actually go turn in my car a little early, and then I'm going to go cut all the payments in half and get something new and just walk into another lease.
Hey, you're getting a Mazda, right? Mazda 3?
Yeah, no. Anyway. So, yeah, no. Even if I went to go get a Mazda, okay, with the way car prices are, it wouldn't be that much of a difference from what I'm going to pay versus what I pay now. So
you're not wrong.
Unless you buy one that's like 5 years old. But I'm starting to I'm scaling back on everything, saving a little bit more money. Terra is the focus at the moment, so everything's Terra. Every day's Terra. King gets sick of it. We all talk about Terra all day long. It's just what it is. So just got to scale back a little bit. New things are happening. There's a lot going on. So
that happens when Terra spins up a new ISP. Terra Connect coming soon.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. Otherwise, we're just gonna we're gonna have to just hire you to run it. So
just hell no shit. you can hire me to run it. It doesn't mean it's gonna have any kind of uptime. Be
there's so much. There's so much.
All I can say is if Terra's gonna do that, they gotta run fiber into my neighborhood. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's plan fiber. 1. I thought that's what you were saying before the stream. Is like that's
construction. It was.
There. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Along with
Mazda and just take over.
Nothing against Mazda. I had a Mazda 3 for years.
They're a great car. It was just funny because we saw the car that he was looking at, and it does have a similarity, but so do a lot of cars have a similarity in the way that
Chump was breaking my balls because he's like, "Oh, that looks like a Mazda." I said, "No. BMW don't look like Mazdas. Mazdas look like BMWs." Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like somebody who is. Never mind.
Yeah. Let's not get crazy. Okay, let's not get crazy. All companies copy the higher end companies. But I did have a Mazda 3 for years. Actually, I had one for about 4.5 years. It was a great car. I had the hatchback one. Never had a problem with it.
Yeah, my son loves his car. I love his car. The only problem is for me, I need a car that is a little taller. I don't have to get down into a car.
You remember Mercury?
Of course I do. Yeah. My father-in-law worked for Ford, so yes.
Okay, so right. So what Mazda is to Ford is what Mercury was to Ford. It's the same. It just replaced Mercury because it's all owned by Ford now. So they're not really JDM anymore like they used to be. And
my daughter still has a Mercury. She has a Mercury Sable, 2008.
Yeah.
She lives in the city. She loves saving her money.
Yeah. Nothing
She's
wrong
like,
with it.
I could get a new car, but I live in the city. Why would I want to get a new car? It's just going to get beat up there.
I was at the dealership today. We're running numbers, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm so excited to cut my payments and insurance in half." Like I'm sitting there, and Kristen's looking at him. She goes, "You're getting old, man. This is not. This is like, since when are you happy about saving money?" I said, well, with everything that's going on, I need to save it. And the car that I'm getting is the more than likely is going to be the i4, the 4 Series BMW, but the electric one.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at all this stuff, and I'm thinking, why is this car so? Like, why is it so much cheaper than like what I have? And then you go into like there's like the government incentives, and BMW actually says that the range on this car is 350 miles. Now, I did some research. I called a few people I know that have them, and I said, hey, what do you get on this car? And they're reporting they're getting higher because BMW lowballs and says that. Now, I did realize Tesla likes to go a little bit on the higher end. BMW likes to go on the lower end. So look, I've had my car for 2 years. I got 13,000 miles on it. I don't drive that much because I stay local. If I go far, I take her car, right? I pay for both, so it doesn't matter. But so I'm going to go, I'll take her car, and it's gas, and I don't have to worry about range and stuff. So that's probably what we're going to do. So it makes it easier to do it that way. I cut my payments in half and save a lot of money on insurance. Well, check this out. So Florida's got a new program where $35 a month, you get unlimited charging after 8 o'clock at night.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? So
that is crazy.
It's like paying $35, unless you're traveling everywhere, it's paying $35 a month in gas equivalent. Like you get a full charge. So like you can't pass that up. You know what I mean?
No.
So
that's even cheaper than just the plain electric rate.
Exactly.
Versus,
yeah.
So
it'll work. I'm excited to do that and just say, and like, save a little bit more money.
Now you got me intrigued. So how does that work at home? Like you can charge it at home after 8 o'clock and it can tell like when you're charging the car versus something else?
So you just tell them there's like this form you fill out, and then you can you get them on the phone and you say, yeah, I have an electric car. You send them the vehicle registration information, and then at between the hours of 8, and they just put you on a different metered plan, and they know you're going to be pulling power between these two times. Okay. And that's and they know that you're charging.
You know what these miners?
Oh yeah, no, I would turn all the rigs on, turn everything on. Right.
Hold on. They're gonna go on schedules, okay, for that time that they're charging between like 8 and like 6 in the morning. Okay, and they're gonna say that they have 2 electric cars, and then they're gonna schedule it to go off and on during the 8 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the morning, or whenever you have to turn off. And that's exactly, they're just gonna be straight pulling that for $35 a month, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
That is genius.
I'm assuming that's how it's just going to be like either they're going to monitor. I'm sure they're not stupid because they're going to ask me, like, I have a Tesla wall charger still there from when I had my Model Y. And I'm just going to, I can use that on the BMW.
Right.
So they're going to know like how much, what the ranges are. If I start turning on rigs and stuff, they're going to be like, what's this guy fucking charging? Like 3 cars? Like,
they have 2 cars. They have 2 electric cars.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's not fraudulent at all. So
it's like 22,000 watts for two level 2 chargers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're gonna want to know what car you have and all this other stuff. It's not just as easy as switching to the plan.
Hang on. Who are we talking about here? We're talking about a utility.
Yeah,
and
Florida Power
it's a government program.
Yeah,
They have not thought this out.
I'm telling you, they have. This is Florida Power and Light. This is the Gestapo of electric.
No, what they'll do is they'll be like, "Wait a minute, how long does it take to charge your car? We're going to charge you extra." I worked within the program. They're going to pull a king on you.
Oh, they better not. I'll flip the.
That's exactly how it is.
Yeah, I'll flip that. They've been trying to, come up with new plans because a lot of people have, electric cars here in Florida now, and it's just like, I don't know.
Wait a minute. Yusuf Puts actually has a good idea. Put the miner in the Tesla. And then charge the Tesla, or not the Tesla, in this case, the BMW.
Well, even if they use some way to go let's say they have to, because you have internet connections to your smart chargers, right? Just plug it into the Tesla or whatever electric car you have, and then just mine from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then say,
that's
oh
a good
yeah, I
idea.
think, and then just say, oh, I think I'm just having battery problems. You know what I mean? It's taking longer to
It-
charge.
It's all
You know
electricity.
what I mean?
It's all electricity. Just create a rig, like create a 42U rack that you just plug the fucking charger into.
Yeah.
It can't be that hard, guys.
And have it just say that it's a
That's your
Cybertruck.
second car. Plug that fucker in. Put like a cardboard cutout in front of it in case they show up. Shit.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna say something. I'll read and Crypto MB makes a good point. Just read the fine print. So I'm gonna make sure before I enroll, like, what is this gonna? Because I'll tell you what, when I was charging my Model Y, it was like $100, $125 a month extra to charge that car. Granted, what you spend in gas if you drive a lot is it's a lot less, right? So, but now they rolled this new program out, and I'm like, okay, it's $35 a month. What's the catch? There's a catch. There's always a catch. So I want to read the fine print and find out why it's going to be so cheap. But maybe David G says off peak you would prefer more demand to keep network costs down.
What it is. Yeah, if they can take that demand and put it on the time when less people are using power, that's beautiful thing. I mean, I've talked about this before. The electric companies make a boatload of money if the demand never changes.
Right.
Just consistently, it's when they have to spin things up and spin up a peaker plant and all these kinds of things. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can. It's amazing how much you save. You save a lot of money with an electric car on gas.
No, but see, that's because I moved. If you look in July here, you can see that I paid a lot in supercharging because that's when I moved to Missouri, right?
Right.
So my costs went up. They charge a lot for the superchargers. They ain't cheap. They're like
no, they're not
30, 40 cents on the kilowatt hour for those things. They are.
BMW now works. They don't know. They're trying to get it on the new 25 models that are coming out next year, where it's just the Tesla connector now, because that's the universal connector. They're no longer using that J, whatever it's called, on the new models. But apparently there's some red tape that still needs to be done. So I don't know if by the time I get my car, because I'm going to order it, because I can wait. So I'm going to order one. They only need like $1,000 down to order it. And then I hope it comes with the Tesla one, so I don't have to buy an adapter. But I might have to buy an adapter anyway. I don't know yet. But what's pretty cool is because they give you like the first 1,000 miles of free charging. Like so, but I mean, it's all good. I drove it. It's really. I mean, it's an electric car, but it feels like a BMW. And I've been driving BMWs my whole life, so I like it. And I've had a Tesla, and the Tesla drove very well too. And the Tesla was an amazing car, handled well, very good center of gravity. It was awesome. So, but I like the way the BMW looks. I think it looks better.
I mean, my father-in-law still gets the deal, so I suppose if I was going to get an electric car, I'd probably get the Mustang Mach E.
I think they stopped making them.
No, I know. That's what I figured. So, because we had talked about it, that maybe the next car we would get, since we would still have a gas-powered car, next car we get would maybe be an electric car. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
I'm not planning on getting a new car anytime soon. I just bought new tires for my wife's car. So that was $1,000.
It's crazy how expensive they are. Even basic tires. I have to go put new tires on this before I turn it in, and it's like $1,500. Like,
well, that was the thing is I was like looking at this and I'm like, okay, what if I do cheaper tires? I mean, I'm not going to go super cheap because safety, but they were still $850. I'm like,
that's wild.
For another $150, I'm going to get exactly what I want. They're going to be mud and snow rated. I mean, they're still Grand Touring tires, but and they were basically for what my wife needs. What we actually, for that matter, what we both needed for is a little bit of snow traction for those days where you got to go out.
You need all-wheel drive.
No, actually you don't.
You don't need it over there?
No, I have not. I haven't had an all-wheel drive car since 2008.
Oh wow.
And I've had front-wheel drive cars ever since. Now, it depends. Traction control is absolutely imperative. You can't have two-wheel drive without traction control in my mind. So I found that since I've had a traction control car, I don't miss the four-wheel drive at all. But again, part of it depends on how it's balanced. Like I had a Mazda 5. Well, that thing was like a minivan, and it was really light. So, and the engine in it was fairly small, so there wasn't much weight over the front wheels.
Right.
So
You'd
yeah,
slip a lot if it was
oh
wet.
my God, yeah.
Yeah.
That was not good in the snow. I don't care what kind of tires you had.
Yeah.
But we both have escapes, and they handle really, really well in the snow. They really do.
Yeah, I think Teslas, like I said, I think the Teslas are a great car, and I'm considering one or the other. I was talking to Frank and Mike today, especially Mike, like running the numbers with Mike, and Mike's like, yeah, if you can do that, that's great. You know, but it's especially right now because that they have that $7,500 incentive from the government right now. Because if you look at electric vehicle sales, they have died off the last couple of years. And the companies are like BMW's like continuing to make them. I think all the companies have pulled back from going fully electric. No pun to fully electric in the chat if he's here, but they're all pulling back from going full electric. And I think they realize that it's just not realistic, right? I think most families will do like what we're considering doing, right? Is like we'll have one electric car for, you know, short trips, you know, city, you know, whatever, get a nice one if you want, get a good deal. And then if you go on a family trip, you know, gas, right? Until electric vehicles can really hit that 500-600 mile, you know, range, I think it's a problem. The other thing I think is a problem with electric cars is that the spare tires. There's no spare tires in these cars. And this is why I haven't made a decision yet if I'm still going to do it. Because that was a big thing with when I had my Tesla. The tire blew out on the highway, like in the middle of nowhere. And I had to pay $800 to have it towed home, like 95 miles from the house. And, you know, she's like 8 months pregnant. I'm on the shoulder of the road. And it's like nowhere to park. I'm in the grass halfway. I'm waiting 20 minutes for a tow truck. It's not something I really want to deal with again. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. But like I said, if we do trips like that, we're taking her truck. Right. We'll take her SUV because I'm not driving with my.
Why is there no spare? Just nowhere to put it?
It's not that there's nowhere to put it. It's just that there's not a jack that's strong enough to lift up that car. I mean, you're talking like those cars can be 5,000-6,000 pounds easy, you know, with those batteries. Sure. Now, there are ones you can get on Amazon that are really strong and you can try to do it, but then you have to purchase the wheel and everything. You have to purchase the spare yourself and put it back there. And electric vehicle tires are extremely expensive because they're not so much filled with air. They're like half solid and half air. And I think Pirelli makes a good one. I think Michelin's making one now. They're really expensive. So there's a couple things to consider with doing it. And they don't put run flats. There's no electric vehicle that'll have run flats on them now. So that's another problem. So it just, there's a couple things that I'm trying to consider. Tesla roadside was awful when I had it. They were supposed to come pick us up and they can change the tire on the side of the road, and they didn't do it. And a BMW roadside is a lot better, apparently. So I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I mean, I'm excited about saving money, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure. So,
DJ,
what's up, DJ
in the house. Good to see you, DJ. Getting a little nervous about that Litecoin to Caspa competition. Should be.
Should be.
You get free 100-mile tow with AAA and unlimited with most full coverage insurance plans. Yep.
Well, that was our car
BMWs are money pits. Speaking from experience, not if you lease them. If you lease them, everything's included. That's why I would never buy one and keep it for a long time, because then after 6, 7, 8 years, they do become money pits if something breaks. That's why you lease them. I would only lease this car. I write it off. It's a write off for me. So.
Yeah, for those people that missed the beginning of the show, Chum Change is not here. He is sick. He's been basically in bed all day and sleeping the whole day away because it's that time of year. October sucks, man. October sucks for getting sick. It really does.
Yeah.
All right. So what else do you guys want to talk about? Any questions out there, guys?
Do you see that Elon Musk or X is changing their privacy policy and allowing third parties to use your data on Twitter X to train AI models? And
no, I
he's
did
going to
not
sell your data to these third parties to train their AI models, unless you opt out.
Yeah, I'm just going to say there's got to be an opt-out.
There's an opt-out, but it doesn't start till November 15th, and they don't show in settings anywhere yet where you can opt out. Probably they just haven't implemented it, but so Don't forget, opt out November 15th.
I mean, what data are you really gonna get other than like from what you post though? Like,
doesn't matter. Why would you want to voluntarily give? Let's put it this way: anytime I get a call for a survey, unless I got something from that company on the phone call, I'm not doing it. You want to pay me for a survey? You want to pay me for my information?
So
that's fine.
Right now, they track everything through through using Grok right now anyway, though, because if you search something on Grok, it uses what's posted on X to give you the answer, and from reliable sources that Twitter deems reliable.
It's all from within X, though.
Right.
This is talking about Twitter selling your data to third-party APIs as an additional revenue stream.
Right.
I mean, I think for businesses, for like content creators and influencers who want to make more money.
No. For X to make money, not you.
It's for X to make money?
Yeah. I'd be happy selling my data. You can buy my data. Sure.
So hold on. So that's something else, Celeste. I did forget to mention that. That's also what they're doing is they're allowing you to collect your own data, and that you'll be able to sell your own data and to give out what information that you want, and you profit from it.
Kind of like Demo. Demo pays you for your vehicle's data, kind of thing. I just
anything you put on the internet, man, is gone anyway. Like I don't, I don't see the point of what the big deal is. But then again, if you don't want it to be known or you don't want data collection on it, don't put it on the internet.
Well, no, the point is that they don't have the right to it. And if you have the ability to opt out, opt out.
Oh, of course. I get it, but it is. I don't know.
I don't like the fact that companies are making profit on your information.
But they have been for years. That's
I know they have been. It's a fact. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
Right. Yeah.
And that's why I'm not. Why would I provide information to a company that's going to help the company for a chance to win $100? No, it means I'm not going to win $100. So no, I'm not providing you data. If you want to provide me something in exchange for me filling out a survey to try to help you out as a company, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that for something in return. That's what a lot of companies do. They actually go to different services and say, hey, we want to get a survey. Can you go out and find these people and gather the information? And then those companies get people and buy the information from them, or pay them for filling out surveys. Yeah, I don't know. That's just me. I don't like giving out free information.
Yep.
Whoa, Canadian Luke. Lease and charge the car every 3 years, depreciate it on the corporate yearly. Yeah. It Luke will work out to be 50% off or more tax credits for the business.
Yep. Luke knows what's up. That's why I leased cars. It makes no sense to buy a car. It's a waste of money. But that's not, unless you're going to run it into the ground.
That's what I do.
Like Kristen's car, she's going to run the new one we're getting, is she's got her lease is going to be up. I'm going to get her like a year-old SUV, whatever she wants to get, and you're going to rock that thing until the wheels fall off. You feel what I'm saying? Hopefully the kids are not inside when the wheels fall off. But or her, but maybe it just collapses after 10 years. But that car, it'll run straight into the ground. Me, hey, look, I don't have any vices. I want a nice car. I can write it off with my business, call it a day. And that's the way that's going to go. So,
well, Luke, thank you that's crazy, man. Thank you very much for the
but he is correct.
150 Canadian. What is that worth? About $9? I'm kidding. I know it's worth a hell of a lot more than that.
Over $100.
Well, very much appreciate it.
Awesome, Luke. Thanks, man. Yep, I agree. There are certain, like Scott says, I'm driving my Durango until the wheels fall off. Yeah, that's it. And I'm gonna get. She really likes the Volkswagen Atlas, and they're cheap enough where you could buy it and the payment is still low. And
my boss has one; he loves it.
Yeah, I'm considering getting her one of those, and then I'll get you whatever you want. You get it a year old, maybe like a demo or something, a good price, and that's it. Run it till the wheels fall off, till the kids are just at least in school or something, and then later on.
I have a 2016 Escape, and we bought that new. And like I said, I plan on driving that, and it's got 130,000 miles on it. I used to drive Uber with it, so that's when I put a lot of miles on it. And then my wife has a 2014 Escape that used to be her parents' car. She's got less miles on hers. That's the one that I just replaced the tires on. And I have no plans whatsoever to buy a new car. None. Those things I'll keep another 5 years if I can. And the interesting thing about it is I forget what the average age is. The average age of a car is like 14 years old or something. It is. I heard it the statistic recently, and I was shocked at how old the average age of cars is now. It's over 10 years. That's amazing. Wow,
Yeah,
Luke.
wild.
Luke.
Dang.
Crazy man. Are you smoking what Goat over there is smoking?
Shit.
I get appreciated for the 10 max voltage mining and crypto memberships. Bacon, Eggs, and Hash gets the first one. Crypto MB, Jean-Francois, Automatic Beats, Luke, Crypto Bedell, Scott Sheffield, Aussie J. Hey, welcome, Aussie J. Good to see you, sir. Zed, haven't seen you around. Good to see you. Let's see. And Smash the Like Bros. So again, thank you, Luke, for all those memberships. Very, very much appreciated. And before we go on anything else, I'm going to end the poll. Looks like greater than 50% of the people are mining. 22% are doing both. 17% neither. And then only 5% are only renting. Which I think if you're renting, you can be renting and mining at the same time too. So that's what I'm doing right now. Actually, I've got the background job running. You know, I don't remember who it was. I'd have to go back to go back into Discord, but there was somebody who hit me up like, hey, how do you run the background job? If you guys are trying to run on Vast and you're trying to run a background job, I can just shoot you a screenshot, and all you gotta do is basically just follow what the screenshot is. It's pretty simple. And thanks to Swamp 7 for creating the container to run it. So all right, let's see. Yusuf, this is a tech channel, not a trading channel. Do you see it says it does say crypto in it, which I guess it could imply trading. I think we're all in essence trading crypto. I mean, I'm selling my Aleo and buying, what was I buying? About a little bit of index per your friend Andy. He basically said what his top 10 holdings were, and index was one of them. I thought that was an interesting play. And then what else was I buying?
Oh my god.
Oh, I bought
Max.
Max. Fat. What?
My girlfriend dressed up as your wife for Halloween.
No, I did not.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Can you stop? Can you stop now?
Love it. Nice.
Hold on, I gotta bring her in
That's
here
so
now.
bad.
Hey,
It's
Melissa,
so bad. Can you
Look,
take
Mama.
that wig off, please?
come in here for a second.
That is so bad. Oh my god. Looks
Looks
just
like
like her. It's
No, you
crazy.
just have to look. You don't even
Looks
have
like a
to-
mix between the
Can you stop?
She dressed up as you
Can you stop?
for Halloween. Not even joking.
Can you stop?
Here, get closer to the camera so she can see.
Good.
Oh, you know what? Hang
Yeah.
on. I'm in a spotlight.
Oh my god. Where's my kid? Where is he sleeping?
No, not the-
Where's
Is
the
he sleeping?
child? Did you leave the child?
Oh my god.
Don't worry, there's TV. TV's watching them. It's okay.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
Jesus.
Tell her that my wife enjoyed it.
Oh my god.
By the way, he had already shared that picture with me before, a picture of her wearing that before. So anyway,
I'm like, who's creeping in the office? Because I didn't see her face at first. I'm like, oh my god, that's stupid.
well, that's
wig.
because you're used to seeing, her moon you when you're on screen.
Oh my god, she's such an asshole. She's like trying to distract me when I'm live and I'm talking. I'm like, yeah, just like, leave me alone.
Funny. All right, back to the let me end the poll so that gets out of the way. All righty. Yeah, I think it was D White was saying, hell, I don't even have a car with ABS. I was like, damn, that's an old car. Dodge Dakota doesn't have ABS. Hell, my 93 Ford Ranger had rear wheel ABS at least. Yeah.
You don't need ABS.
I think it helps. Definitely helps. I could have used 4-wheel drive ABS on my Ranger because I rear-ended somebody when it was wet, and the front wheels just locked up.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Scott Sheffield, it's dark out. Do you know where your kids are?
I'm like, where's my son? Like, he's there watching TV. I'm like, okay. You want to go over there and
You're allowed to. You're allowed to let your kid sit there by himself every once in a while. It's not like she left the building or anything.
nah, he freaks out. Where's my mom?
Well, he wasn't freaking out, was he?
No.
It's good for him then. It's good for him.
Mm-hmm.
89 GMC Sierra is your daily driver. Wow. Good for you.
Yeah,
I think have a little bit of rust on it, I would think.
Or for $720. I'm like, yeah, don't buy that, bro. Not a good deal.
So Yusuf says, I'm trying to Tron stake now. Actually, I did stake my Solana. I was gonna stake my Polkadot, and then I realized you needed minimum 250 Polkadot. I did not have a minimum of 250, so I couldn't stake the Polkadot, unfortunately. But it is amazing, like all of these wallets that have the ability to stake. So Elipal has the ability to stake Cardano and Polkadot,
Really?
and the one everybody loves. I'm drawing a blank. Why can I think of the name?
Tangent?
Yeah, thank you. I don't know why I had T, but anyway. And Tangent, you can do Solana and I think one or two other ones. I don't know what other ones they've got though. But yeah, they haven't expanded that recently though, so hopefully they will continue.
She's asking me if the ratings went up. Yeah, the ratings went up. Don't worry. I'll contact the news station and I'll get a printout for you.
No, technically it went from 105 down to 101
Oh,
in the last few minutes. So
I mean, that scared me too. She's probably watching right now.
Yeah, I don't know what the percent for Tron is. I mean, the thing is, if you're gonna hold it anyway and it doesn't have a long like unstaking time period, it just makes sense. Hell, if it's 2 or 3% and you're gonna hold it anyway because you think it's gonna go up, that's 2 or 3% that you weren't gonna have before anyway. So I just think it makes sense. Now, when I'm talking about staking, I'm talking about real staking. I don't mean like, things that's done through their own chain, not, this, Bitcoin does not, as far as I know, does not have real staking, but yet you can supposedly stake Bitcoin somewhere and it's supposed to pay you. I don't know what it's paying you with though, because it's a blockchain. It's a proof of work blockchain. That's where the rewards go. So anyway,
the only things I don't like about staking especially in like the Tangent app or on some of the exchanges is the lockup period. So like Cosmos, you can get like 15% APY, but it takes like 40 fucking days or something to unlock.
Right. Well, and that's what I was saying. If it's a short unlock period, I think Solana's like 3 days, 3 or 4 days. I think.
That one's not too bad. But
yeah, so I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. If it's a short unlock period, I think Cardano is a long lockup period.
Yeah,
Cardano theirs is like a full I forget what they call it, but anyway, full period that they have.
Epoch, is that what that is?
Epoch, that was the word I was looking for. Thank you. Words are hard.
Words are hard. That's right.
Yeah. Funny. I didn't talk about this earlier, but everybody was trolling me about reading a script with my video this past week. I know.
I saw that in the comments. I'm like,
I was gonna jokingly like do this. Welcome to Misfit Mining Saturday Night Live.
You totally should have done that. Yeah,
I should have. And I was thinking about it. And totally forgot.
You, I would absolutely done it with you because I write scripts for almost every video, whether I have it in front of me or like I use it for talking points. I mean, if you see me on the couch doing a video, I literally have a teleprompter in front of me.
Bring him here. Sorry.
I don't give a fuck. Works great.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about.
I want to get across.
Yeah, I've thought about getting a teleprompter. I mean, I went back and rewatched it after the comments. I was kind of like, yeah, that was kind of a little drier and a little bit less spontaneous than how I normally talk. So I guess I kind of noticed a bit of a difference. But I thought at the time, I was like, almost like reading it like a commercial type of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Where I was trying to be expressive, trying to make sure that I had energy in it, but I was tired. I was really tired when I made that video. I was really tired. It has been a long week and was made longer by just trying to get better from trying not, well, it's more like trying not to be sick.
He's okay. I know he fell. He tripped on the wire, but he caught himself. He's fine.
Oh, good.
My son tripped on the wire coming into the room. He's all right.
Good. That's one of those things. You look at him, you're like, you're fine. You're good.
I look and wait for the face. He gets up, he goes.
No, that's the thing. If you're looking for the face, I was our kids like never cried when they fell because we're like, yeah, you're good. You're good. A little bit of blood, rub some dirt on it. I think we lost King. King, are you there?
Go ahead, go, mommy.
He's muted too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, kids. Halloween costume
now. And then I'll bring him back if he comes back. He was a little robotic a little bit earlier, but
he is getting big, man. He fell down. Yeah, he ate it a little bit, but he catches himself.
Yep. Got to be careful where you stake your coins. There's 8-year-old kids running liquidity pools in the tree forts. Yeah. I don't know. I feel a little more comfortable when it's in a wallet.
Just like those 17-year-old life coaches you see on TikTok tell you all how to go to fucking jail by scamming the system and getting away with it.
Yeah. The only one that I don't have staked in like a wallet is Jupiter. But that's like on Jupiter, that's staked on Jupiter's website, and it allows me to like take part in their governance and actually make more Jupiter by voting on some of their things. So which is pretty cool.
Well, ever since Voyager fucked me over, fucking
what are you talking about? You got all your money back, didn't you?
Sure. Yeah. I got my 10% of whatever I put in, whatever it was, 20% or something.
Oh wow. DJ said his dad said his new Hive mapper shipped. He's got the tracking. Nice. So the bees are being shipped evidently. Yeah, I just haven't. I mean, we still use it, but I mean, I'm not as like, I got to make sure it's on every single time. It's just not. It's not that much. But I still, during a good week, a decent week, like if my wife goes back and forth to her parents' house, her dad's house, once a week, and I do it going to and from work, because to work it's now dark. I make about $8 or $9 worth of honey, so better than a sharp stick in the eye per week. It all adds up. That's the thing. It all adds up. Demo, I make like $8 or $9. Hive Mapper, maybe between $6 and $9.
Demo's great. Hive Mapper sucks. Like I'm not a fan that if you don't upload the images in time, like they just go away. Like I had like 3,000 images from driving around and then going to the airport, and then on the way back from the airport, I was uploading them on my phone, and then yesterday I went to go upload them to their cloud, and they're just fucking gone. I hate that. I mean, I do too. I get it that it's like they really want the freshest data and shit, but like, dude, come on. I don't like that at all. Maybe the new one will be better with that, because it's supposed to have Wi-Fi built in, right? So like I can pull up to the house and just leave the thing running and it'll upload directly to the cloud.
I believe so, yeah. Okay. That would be that part is going to be cool. But I canceled mine. I was like, nah, I don't know whether this thing's coming or not, and wasn't really sure what the state of Hive Mapper was at the time. I'm like, you know what? Always place an order later on when they have them in stock and go from there. But it is kind of a pain changing it between the two cars, that's for sure.
DJ says Hive Mapper gives you a week to upload, but
no, it does not.
For me,
nope. It's like 3 days or something, like 2.5 to 3 days.
Honestly, if that. Like I said, I left Tuesday, and I came back Thursday, And then Friday I went to go. Well, yesterday I went to upload it, and they just all went to the ether.
Yep.
Timmy's back.
Timmy's back. What happened?
I had to go check on my kid. He's didn't
That's
come
fine.
back from the pool, so yeah, just
Got
making
it.
sure he's okay.
Got it. Okay, no problem. Crypto Mikkel says ASR rewards went live today for viewing. In 2 days we can claim. ASR. I'm drawing a blank. Would anybody know what ASR is?
No.
Yeah, I am not familiar. Crypto Mikkel, if you got a link, put a link up. Oh, Jupiter. Yeah, except I didn't participate enough to get my rewards. I didn't have enough in the way of rewards to claim them. Yeah, womp womp. So yeah, I got to pay more attention because I think there were like 8 or 9 votes or something, and I only participated in 1. I didn't realize it was that active. So I got to pay attention. Life gets in the way, you know.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, Aragorn started. It shipped because a couple thousand people in line in front of him canceled. Yeah, but it's still good to know that they're shipping. That's for sure.
That's funny.
But yeah, I got no complaints with Demo. I got 2 of them. It's not a ton of money, but like I said, it all adds up. I mean, Demo's great in the fact that you do not even have to think about it. It just sits in your car.
Yeah.
And it just goes. So, yeah. Free cash is where it's at for sure. Yeah, I should post my my affiliate link.
Your link.
I haven't done free cash in a while. I just got to the point where the stuff that I could do on there was just it was just too much that you had to do for the money. So I stopped doing it altogether. But probably now there's probably stuff on there that I could do again since I haven't done it for so long. But yeah, I mean, I think I made like $1,000 or something in like 1 month. It was insane. It was insane. Crypto Mikkel, they now have a newsletter you can sign up for that will alert you. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, they were much more active in a small amount of time. Yeah, I realize that now. So, but I will find that newsletter and sign up for it. That would be very helpful. DJ said it's on the way to his houses. I have any idea what that means, but you just play games. Yeah, I mean, I'm not great at those games, first of all, and I don't know. It's just grinding, and I'll grind for other things, but I don't know. Just the game grinding just makes me crazy. It really does.
Yeah, it gets boring after a while.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
It ends up seeming like a second job is what it ends up being. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it is. I mean, it is work. There's definitely work to it, but I just felt like the amount of time I was putting into it was not worth it. I could spend it elsewhere, you know, like making videos that I wasn't making.
Exactly. Practice reading scripts.
Yes, there we go. Yahtzee. He plays Yahtzee. Word Yahtzee was $400 to complete both. Yeah, how long did it take you to complete it?
Is that free cash thing that he's still is he still doing that? Oh wow.
Yeah. He's still doing it. He's talking about it to get me back involved because I was like his number 1 referral. So he's trying to get me back addicted to it. So he's like, "Hey, baby needs a new pair of shoes, you know?" I get it.
Yeah.
But you're not doing anything out there, DJ. You got all kinds of time.
Yep, up there at the North Pole.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He's hunting Santa. I know he is.
Get back to work, Max. Yeah, I was waiting for that, DJ. I was waiting for that. Man, it's been good to see his live streams. I haven't seen one in a few days, man. When are we gonna see another live stream, DJ? Gonna miss that tax-free money. Yeah. Anyway, but I'm hoping. No, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm either going to do it or I'm not. That's simple.
What's that?
Do videos.
You definitely should do more videos.
I mean, I have like lots of ideas. Those are all my video ideas.
Yeah.
On this side is all my video ideas. So
I got one too.
Oh.
So
I feel special. I feel special now. Panda made me one that we collaborate together. he helps me like name the titles and stuff like that. So I'm just like, it's I don't know. I just didn't have a lot of inspiration for a little while, so I appreciate it. So
Burnout's real, man.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I was definitely feeling it pretty hard for the last 2 months. Pretty bad. I'm still kind of from it a little bit. I'm thinking that's why like I reduced down to like a video a week, because that's kind of like it's kind of manageable for me. You know what I mean? Where I don't feel I got a few days to like record and edit, a few days to do the thumbnail and stuff. So it's not a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's a good
when you're
idea.
doing when you're doing like 3 a week, like where I did that for like 2 years. I did like three videos a week for almost 2 years. That it's just so much to stay on all the trending topics and new miners and all that stuff. Um, yeah, it's a lot. I'll be live streaming though soon, because I'll be live streaming all
Yeah.
those E15s that
A
I'm
lot.
working on all the time. For like the next, month or two, I'll be live streaming like every night. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to that, no question. What other ideas do you guys have for videos? How about you, Goat?
Oh, you're just gonna troll me for some ideas now. That's cool.
I showed you I had ideas. I'll talk about my ideas.
I'll just be your inspiration here, Max. Just give you my video ideas, and all of a sudden you're just gonna run with them, aren't you?
You're good. Hobbyist isn't here. He told me he's not going to watch the stream tonight. So,
No. So I've still got that laser engraver that I'm slowly learning. All that free time. That thing's freaking cool. That's gonna make a lot of good videos. I've already had, I think, 2 purchases with my link of that fucking $3,000 laser, so that's nice. Let's see, Zima OS came out with they got a 1.2.5 beta that I'm gonna flash onto my Zima Cube, the little NAS that Ice Whale has, and play with that, do some videos on how to flash it, what the difference is between 1.2.4 and the new beta 1.2.5. Let's see. I want to launch a dedicated Jupyter Notebook app on Flux Edge and show how to do that, how to run their AI, like run your workloads essentially on their platform. It's just on the list. And I was going to do one. In fact, I was thinking about this today because I'm making stuff. I'm like making images with AI to generate on the laser, to engrave shit on the laser. Like I want to do like Zippos and like knives. Like I went I went to the thrift store today in town and was like, hey, do you guys have any Zippos? And she showed me one that they had, and it had like a picture or something on it. I couldn't use it. I'm like, what about something like a big butcher's knife? And one of the girls in the back kind of turned around like, what the fuck? Like, kind of explained like, no, don't be alarmed. It's okay. And explain what I was trying to do. So anyway, I just trying to come up with some new stuff that, I want to do. And I was thinking I'll use the Flux One is their new AI service that Flux has in their Flux AI platform, and use it to generate images, and then kind of do a video on how to use Flux One within Flux AI and how I can take those and put them, because like ChatGPT won't let me make images with Mickey Mouse. It'll make like a fucking weird knockoff that is obviously a knockoff that like looks like it came from Mexico or something. And
hey, don't insult Mexico like that.
Right. Yeah. No, it's bad. I mean, it was like Guadalajara import Mickey, and like Mario that looks really cracked out. And it just like, it won't do any copyrighted, pop culture references. And it even says that. I'm like, what can you generate from the 80s or newer? And it says, nothing. Sorry. What else can I do for you? I'm like, fucking don't want to pay you anymore.
You don't have you don't, because you had a an AI server for a while, didn't you?
Yeah, I could run it on Stable Diffusion locally, but I'm using my GPU right now, and there's so many platforms out there now. I can go on Hugging Face and just spin up a space and use their own Stable Diffusion or Video Diffusion, any of that stuff. I'm just gonna do the one for Flux One. I already tried it with a couple of things, and it actually gave me like the real Darth Vader, not the knockoff Darth Vader or something, you know. So that's a video I wanted to do. What else? Oh, I shot a video of this thing back here. Yeah, it's a power strip with a bunch of USB miners in it that Bitcoin Merch sent to me. I just gotta edit it, put it together now. Those things are turds. They're just
okay.
little turds. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Yeah, you know what? I thought about that because so a lot of times I just have trouble deciding, like when you have a bunch of ideas, which one to do first. And yeah, I could just pick one, like literally throw it on a dartboard, but I may put it out for people to say which one should I make. Like right now, the top ones I've been meaning to do like a monthly profit thing. Maybe not do it every month, but maybe do it like once a quarter because the profit doesn't really change that much for what I'm doing from month to month. Talk about pre-search and the fact that I'm not running a node anymore because yeah, the profitability sucks. I basically was running it on what's it called? Pecunia.
Okay.
That was
weren't
horrible.
you running it on Flux?
I did run it on, well, no, I did run pre-search on Flux for a while. But then I decided, well, let me try Pecunia because it's cheaper. It's horrible. So
just use a VPN and run it on a server at home.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking about doing something about that. I actually have profit-mine.com on here. It's another like hashrate.no type thing, but nobody uses it. So I was kind of going to look at that a little bit. They were the ones who they didn't have Leo right, but they had it more right than hashrate.no. That's for sure. The other one that I really want to make is a thing about ComEd hourly pricing. So you guys have heard me talk about it a million times, but here's the deal. They changed their billing system at the beginning of the year and there's no more comparison. You have a pretty good idea that you're still saving money on it, but there's not like a specific, here's how much you're making on standard or how much you'd be paying on standard rate. And here's how much you're paying with hourly. It doesn't tell you that anymore. So I was actually going to put together a spreadsheet because remember I was telling you about like last month, that adjustment was like that negative adjustment was the biggest like ever. So the hourly pricing and the standard pricing were actually closer together this time. I still paid less. I was under 11 cents. But I think standard rate was closer to around 12. So it wasn't that much different this time. But anyway, I was gonna put something together and maybe like make a spreadsheet out there that people could use. And then the one thing, well, I guess I could still do a video on that. I made a VM for Flux Node on Unraid. I was thinking about doing a video on that.
Yeah.
The one thing I really want to do, so I obviously did a video for Chlor Fleet. I do want to create a VM on my Unraid server. I already know I can do it on this. That's not a problem. That's running on Salad right now, but I'm going to move it to something else. I might move it to Chlor. I might move it to something else. But I really want to try to see if I can get what do you call it? Hive OS installed on it so that I can run Chlor Fleet on that. It can be a little tricky. So anyway, those are a couple of the ideas I've got. So
you should do some top 10 videos.
Top 10 videos of what?
Something this. Top 10 technology, something that. I just want to hear you be like, number 10. Number 9. And
Oh,
just
maybe I'll look something up. Maybe there might be something that might maybe like,
Mm.
oh, that'd be cool to do a top 10 on. Probably not top 10 though. Maybe top 5.
I'll just say
Which
that
line?
I didn't have a lot of success with taking polls from people for videos.
Yeah.
I mean,
They just
everyone's
wanna
like,
watch what you throw out
they're
there.
just like, hey, make a bunch of networking videos. I made like 3, 4, or 5 of those things, and those
And
are
nobody
like
watched.
literally
Nobody
the worst
watched them.
videos
Yeah.
ever. Never polling you again. All right, never making networking videos again. Never, no more.
I mean,
I'll be right back.
You're
Hold on, I'll be
asking
right back.
100 people that are watching us. Out of that 100, probably 25 of them care.
Yeah. So
Oh, we lost
it's
Goat now?
he said he'd be right back.
Oh, he did? Okay, I
Yeah.
missed that. Sorry.
Yeah, he did.
This does not look like a Mazda.
This guy.
It does not look like a Mazda.
Looks
The
like
reason why, when Panda said it, I'm like, I'm doubling down on it because it's going to drive Hawk nuts.
Does not look like a Mazda.
You know they have deals on Model Ys right now. I mean, not for leasing,
It's
but
the
for
same
financing.
deal. It's so funny because it's funny you say that. It's the same deal. So like
No, but I'm talking about a different deal though, because you're gonna lease. I'm talking about. I know you don't like the finance, but they have a deal because there's still a lot of brand new 2023 Model Ys
Mhm.
that you can finance them like super low because they're still brand new ones from the year that I got, which is the 2023 one. So I'm just saying, it could be even cheaper, and you still get a great car. But
Me
each his own.
personally, I would rather buy an electric car from a car company. And that's my opinion.
I mean, the Tesla cars are fine. I mean,
But no, my point is exactly what you just said. They're fine. They drive good.
they're good. They're
But-
not like you're not going to get. I like
They're
BMW,
great in a straight
so-
line.
huh?
They're great in a straight line.
But no, I
They
think
handle pretty good.
I think all electric cars are good if you're going to drive them locally, right? And that's no matter what kind of electric car you get right now. Currently, it's good locally. Yes, you could do long trips. It's doable. It's going to be more work to get you to superchargers, and that's with any electric vehicle, whether it's a Tesla or a non-Tesla vehicle. But to me, I like the Tesla, man. I've only had to rotate the tire since I've owned it, and I put a lot of miles on it because I moved, and that's it. And that put me to the spot where I had to rotate it. Other than that, though, there's no maintenance on those things. There's zero.
No,
Like
that's the
the
same with any
performance-
electric car. There's
Yeah.
no maintenance on them.
The performance Model 3 right now. I mean, there's a deal, $3,000 down on a lease, 10,000 miles a year. I mean, it's not even it's just under $600 a month. I mean, that's a great deal. That's probably where I want to be. But I know myself, right? And I'm honest with myself and everybody. Like, I know myself. I'll get the long range one, right? And then I'll see a Model 3 performance driving down the road, and I'll be fucking mad. Because I like the performance look. I like the performance model. That's the way I've always been. So my mother always told me, hey, get what you like, because I know you, and you're going to want to go friggin' change it for something else later and then be put in a bad position. So just go get the one that you want. So
Yeah. The easiest car payment to make is the one you enjoy driving.
that's it.
Yeah, true. For me, it's just transportation. I want to be comfortable. I want to be able to sit in the seat for a long period of time and not be uncomfortable. But other than that, it's obviously certain features. Bluetooth gotta have. Decent sound system gotta have.
The
But
sound system in Teslas are awesome on all of them.
like I
They're
said,
all
I don't
great.
need an awesome sound system. I need a good sound system. That's it.
Oh, well, even like having the autopilot in that thing made the long drive really easy, right? You just you could literally just put your like finger on the steering wheel just to keep it on there, and then you could just not do anything. Just it'll keep going. It'll slow down and stop whatever is in my way.
The
I will say
FSD
one
is
of the
awesome on the
one of the
Teslas.
things that I don't have in my car, which would be really nice to have, it came after 2016 in that level of car, is adaptive cruise control. Yeah,
That's becoming more and more standard.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's standard on the BMW and the Tesla.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be very nice.
I love adaptive cruise control. It's awesome.
I actually the automatic braking. That once that becomes much more standard in everybody's car, that's going to lessen the amount of accidents.
I think it already started to, because there's a lot of vehicles now, even her car, that has the collision warning thing. It'll interrupt. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any of that shit on my Jeep.
We know.
I don't even have turn signals. I just got to stick my hand out.
Yeah, just
and like, yeah.
I am impressed that you remember. What's a right turn?
I don't know. I just know it's this, or it's that.
Well, yeah. Well, which, if you're using your left arm, which would be right turn? Certainly not sticking it out to the left. It's going to be up.
Hey, I like to keep the other drivers on their toes.
It has brake lights, though. You don't need the down. That's for stopping.
Yeah. No, I ripped all the lights off it and replaced it with all aftermarket shit. Put the new fenders on it. Put the steel bumpers on it. Yep. I can't put bigger tires on it, though, because then it won't fit in my garage. Like, it's already touching the little strip on the bottom of the garage door when I pull it in.
I'm really curious if we'll ever get to the time, I would think we will eventually, that it won't matter if you hop into your car and you're drunk, because you'll have auto driving.
So there was an interesting case when I was on the street about when I was on the road working about that. And right now, at least in the state of Florida, there's a definition in Florida statute that says actual physical control. Right? Now, you can still get a DUI in your car if you're parked in the driver's seat with the engine running. Most people don't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But you can, right?
Yeah.
Now, I had a guy I pulled over once, and he was hammered, but he never had a prior DUI, never had anything really on his record. So he cut him a little bit of a break. And I said, all right, man, look, this is what we're going to do. He's like, well, I can't afford the tow bill and stuff. I said, all right, you're going to go to sleep in this parking lot by the PD. That's fine. Sleep for a few hours. Put the keys in the trunk. Okay.
Yep.
And go and go to bed, and just sleep. Crack the window down. I'll come check on you in a few hours. Just put the window down. And that does not constitute actual physical control. The best thing to do is to go to. I had a guy once sleeping in the parking lot in the back seat of his car with the keys in the front cup holder, and it was a little gray, but he was passed out. He was drunk, but it wasn't considered to be actual physical control. So with DUIs and full self-driving, if you're in the driver's seat and the car's in motion, right now as it stands, you are actual physical control. So it's just, I think it will happen eventually, but we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the law, the technology is evolving faster than the law will follow, and that's the problem. And there's going to be a bunch of people that are.
Well, what's gonna happen with insurance, though? You know what I mean? Because
that's another question.
You're not gonna have to be insured because it's not gonna be your fault, right? So then, if you're not insuring yourself, but you're gonna be insuring the car, but then if it gets in a crash, is it Tesla's or BMW's fault, right?
No, it's the owner. So this is how this is gonna go.
You know what I mean? So why is it my fault? I didn't drive. I'm sitting in the back sipping a Mai Tai. But here's
the question, right? No, here's the question though. Here's the question. It's the same concept if like someone's working on your house and they fall off the roof. Well, who's responsible?
They are, because they got a bond.
Correct, but they're going after your homeowner's insurance whether you think it's right or not. So that's going to be the problem. Okay, people are going to sue up the wazoo if something happens and you own a car and it was in autonomous mode and it hits a frog and that guy was offended and he took you to court because you killed his frog. That's just how people are. And that's what's going to judge the law. Same thing if like you bite a dog. Your dog attacks another dog or a human. Your homeowner's insurance, most people get their homeowner's insurance sued for that. I didn't bite the goddamn guy. The dog did. But it's your dog. So same thing. It's your car. If your car causes an accident, you're going to be responsible. That's another thing with these Tesla robots. I had this great discussion with my mom having lunch the other day about, I think we should get one of these for the restaurant. I think it'd be really cool. And she goes, let me ask you a question. What happens when that fucking thing pushes somebody over, they fall? Who's at fault? Well, we own the bot. We're going to be at fault. So, yeah, that's how that's going to go. I'm telling you, it's how it's going to go.
Yeah. I get it. But this is the thing that's going to be kind of the philosophical thing about self-driving cars is, it will reduce the number of accidents, but it will not stop accidents.
No, it's not.
So the fact is, do we trust the technology? Because the number of accidents will be like 15% of what it once was, but yet you're not going to really care if a loved one of yours is killed in an accident with that car. So I don't know. It's going to be kind of interesting.
So Elon Musk said that eventually the full self-driving and safety features on Teslas will be safer than putting on your seatbelt. Now, this was a very bold statement, but I do believe that. And it's hard for a lot of people to see that now.
Ugh.
I do believe it because my Tesla, my Model Y, I had full self-driving. I bought it with it. A bucket fell off the truck in front of me. The car went like this automatically before I had even had time to react. And I saw it, but what's from your brain to your limb? What is that, 100 milliseconds or something like that? The car responds in a tenth of that. So it's going to hit it before you even know what to do. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I think they're going to be safer, but it's just like anything else. Things are in development. Sometimes, unfortunately, people get hurt through when things are trying to develop, and same thing with planes, same things with horse and buggy, same things with everything. Mm-hmm. So, unfortunately, as human beings, we only learn through, accidents, unfortunately. But that's just how that's going to go. Hopefully nobody gets hurt too much. The question I had actually today for BMW when I went over there and was talking about the electric car was, what's the risk of fire? Because the Teslas, that a couple of those Model X's went up when we had flooding here in Florida.
Yep.
And he said, he goes, to date, there has not been a BMW that has caught fire because of flooding. And I said, well, why are Teslas doing this versus others? And he said, we honestly don't know. But to date, there has not been an electric BMW that has caught fire due to corrosion from flooding. So I had a lot of questions. So that was just another question that I was kind of
curious because I know like electric batteries that you get for the home, they're like lithium phosphate, I think is what it is, LiFePO or something like that. Anyway,
lithium iron phosphate.
What was that?
Lithium
iron phosphate. Yeah, correct. Correct. Thank you. And I'm kind of curious if they are going to implement that into cars, or if they're just not the right, high power like a regular lithium would be.
I don't know.
But I know like those, they really push those because they don't catch fire.
Right. They might. I don't know. All I do know is that we have the battery tech to do it. It's just what generation is going to get it. There's been a lot of talk at Tesla to implement to move away from lithium ion and go to like, what's the other one that's they can do it? They're testing a bunch of other ones. There's more of a solid state battery that they're trying to accomplish, but the problem is that it degrades too fast. And that's another problem. It charges really fast. It'll last longer, but the charging cycles are not long enough.
So NMC is what Argon is saying is the most dense. LiFePO is too heavy, not dense enough for cars. That makes sense. I did know that it's not dense, so it's a bigger installation, but in homes it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, cars is going to be challenging for the batteries for these cars are going to be challenging, but I listen, if anyone's leading the forefront in it, it's Tesla, and there's no argument against that. I mean, even BMW gets their batteries from over there. Like it's not even in them and Panasonic. It's not even close. So I know that in Tesla, we know Tesla's leading the way because the charging ports are going to be the Tesla chargers, the male and female, they're going to be on every electric car now.
Right.
They've won the battle. The Blu-ray to HD DVD, they won the battle. So, Now they're all going to have that charger. It's going to be universal, which we needed to do. And why they even thought about making another charger was beyond me. It's probably because they didn't like the guy. But yeah, salt batteries. I did hear something about salt batteries. There's a lot of different batteries, man. They just got to figure out which one that works.
Yeah, solid state with the carbon nanotubes is supposed to be like the next big thing.
Say that one more time, Goat. I'm sorry.
Solid state batteries using carbon nanotubes.
Yeah.
For conductive services, the essentially non-gel filled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the I heard him talk about charging from 0 to 80% is you can do it really fast, but then from like 80 to 100 or 80 to 90 it takes the longest time, and that's what they're trying to overcome with battery technology, and it's got to change, and it will change. I'm confident it will change. The batteries in the BMW are easy to replace because they're in sections. The Tesla is in sections, but larger sections. These are in smaller sections.
The Nissans are like that too, like the Nissan Leaf and stuff. Those are they're on like it's like a bank. You can just like pull them out and replace them easier.
Yeah. So go ahead.
I was gonna say I was gonna switch subject a little bit. DJ says, I wonder if I can make a lawn care service business full of robots. They can bring daddy his money. So there are already robotic lawnmowers, but
that's like a Roomba.
Yeah, you have to but you have to program it.
Things. Yeah.
You have to program the area.
You need the robots
remotely as well, so you don't have to like autonomously do it. You can sit on the porch and like.
Well, you can do that too, but this one is actually you can actually program it how you want it. This is the outline of the yard. Don't go outside of this.
Yeah, they have them. Yeah.
And this is how I want you to mow
the lawn Roombas. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. You don't even
you could certainly make a business out of that. You could install them for people, and then have people pay you a monthly fee to maintain them.
You are correct. All set. It's called a geofence. We got it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So I have a question about the Tesla robots. So it's going to be your robot, right? They say it's like your helper. It'll do your dishes and like walk the dog and like clean the all this shit. Is it going to help me hide a body, or are they going to remote that? Like, if I ask it to tell me, hey, I need to hide this thing I got it wrapped up in a rug or something. Is it going to report me, or is it? I mean, it's my robot.
Here's the problem. Here's where now I'm going to tell you the way the law.
So can the robot testify against you?
Well, right. Here's the thing, though. Like, here's another question, Goat. That's even more important. The more important question, all jokes aside, is does that robot fall under your Fourth Amendment right to privacy, search and seizure, and privacy? Mm-hmm. That's going to be the question, because if it doesn't, then that means anything that robot witnesses is going to be reported back. So now, I don't know if you guys remember a long time ago, how many of you have iPhones and ask Siri where to hide a dead body? And then she used to pull up like waste management dumps and give you phone numbers and stuff. Remember that? She used to do that. No, that's true. And then all of a sudden, it went away because too many people were doing it. But
so what if I want my robot to protect me and my family? I don't think that's like an unheard of request, right?
I don't know.
But then the police come knocking at my door, hearing that I'm hiding bodies with my robot. Is my robot going to protect me from the police that come knocking at my door? Because that's my robot.
No, I don't think. Come here, buddy. I don't think that there's going to be a. I think there's going to be laws and rules. You know what I mean? Like I really do look. People do compare it to like the movie iRobot. I think there's going to be like laws and things that are going to be hardwired.
Sure.
They're going to be hardwired into. Sorry.
That's
They're
right.
going to be hardwired into robots. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Here. Okay. Here. Jesus. Yeah, they're going to be hardwired in the robot. So like is it going to protect you from another human being trying to harm another human being? My short answer, I'm going to say no.
I don't know, man. You can jailbreak anything these days. Have you ever seen the movie Chappie?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I heard of it. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but not the whole thing.
It was like a British movie or somewhere over in the UK where like a robot kind of went haywire, and these like gangsters or wannabe gangsters or whatever found them and like trained it like it was a kid, and like they released it onto the world, and they were like, that guy over there is stealing from daddy. go and get him. And he like walks over to this dude's SUV, this random person, and like rips off the door and then pulls the person out and throws him as like,
Oh my
don't
God.
steal from daddy.
People are going
So
to
they
take
like
these things and run with
program
them.
this freaking robot to do their bidding, right? I mean, who's to say you can't? You're not going to be able to do that. It's all it's all just software.
I think at the very maximum,
yeah. Sorry.
at the very maximum, if there's a conflict between humans, the robot might step in between and go, please, let's talk about this. And like, other than getting physical, he might, it might try to de-escalate verbally versus actually being like,
yeah. I don't know.
Here, here's a tantrum card. Here, there you go. Congratulations.
We're good. Those are all happy sounds. We're good with it.
Maybe the ones that are, from Tesla or from, Robotics Inc. or whatever, like
Boston Dynamics.
There's going to be these, off brands and these like homebrew.
There's already one. There's already one being sold right now. It's 20,000. They put it in that video.
The Chinese one that was like the first bipod robot or whatever.
Yeah, it's like 20 grand.
Right.
Like
I mean, one, he beat him to market. Two, he beat him on price. And it's a freaking knockoff that probably does one thing and does it really bad. But there's your hardware. You want to program it to rip off doors and protect you from cops, help you hide a dead body. There's your hardware. You just need the platform.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be here, William, here. It's going to be I don't know, it's going to be some interesting questions getting into the getting into the robot stuff. Bank robber robot. Are you going to overclock your robot? That's the real question.
Your robot. I thought Kaiser's was kind of interesting. I want my robot to give me a massage.
I mean, I'm sure they'll do that.
I have a feeling those are going to be some of the first robots that'll be available.
Yeah, the happy ending robots.
Yeah,
they're there. Trust me. There's going to be some pervs that are going to get that stuff.
That's the first thing most people think. It's like, oh, there's a robot. Can you fuck it?
I mean, seriously, how much internet traffic is still porn?
Right.
What? 30%?
It used to be like everything, and now it's not quite as much just by percentage. But
okay, stop.
Yeah.
What are you doing, dude?
Yeah. Well, robot, go into hash rate mode.
Yeah, there you go.
I do think from people with disabilities and people with in the medical field, I think that's where they're gonna be majorly at first.
Yeah.
Aragorn's trying to like 60%. I'm guessing that's a joke.
Probably higher.
More. Yeah.
Probably much higher, realistically.
What are you doing?
That's what I immediately thought when you said Telestai was going to make this like your dedicated platform for your followers to be able to go to and you get paid out. Sounds like a decentralized OnlyFans.
It's good to say.
Well, I mean, you could technically do that with Brave Rewards right now. With the Brave browser, you can register your YouTube, your Twitter page, and get paid in crypto for when people who also have it get paid. Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing.
I did that in 2021 when they started that. Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
Alrighty, guys, we have been going for 2 hours.
Hold on. Wow. Yusuf wanted me to show a couple of the things that I've laser engraved. So I did this one a little bit earlier with like a white balance on whatever metal this plate is. And I did this one. I did a short on this earlier, but I engraved a couple of other things. So I can show like I just wrote in there what type it was. That was a white finish and like a Z mark black. So a bunch of different, and this is all from the same laser, just different frequencies and different like power settings to get the different colors and styles and stuff. Pretty cool. I'm really learning a lot about it. I want to make it. I want to figure out how I can do green, like a green color.
Let me see if he does it. How big is William? So big. High five.
Alrighty, guys. Well, you guys got anything else before we let everybody go?
Nope. You got something you want to say?
Yeah, I think William has something to say.
William,
what do you got to say?
He's trying to go for the mouse. So if I disconnect, sorry.
No worries. No worries. Alrighty, guys. Well, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Hope you found this at least a little bit entertaining tonight. I know we were off on a lot of tangents, but honestly, we're this close to the bull run. So close. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I still think we're gonna break 70, easily break 70 by the election. I think we'll get to 75 to 80 by the election. And then after that, we're off to the races. That's what I think. But we'll see. We will see. Alrighty, guys. Thanks again. Thank you to Goat, Hawk, and Mining King for being here. I appreciate it. And we will see you guys. I'll see you guys on Monday. You'll see Hawk and Mining King on Tuesday. And Goat, you'll see him in his videos and his shorts that he always posts. So
I'll be around.
Yeah, there we go. All right, guys. We'll see you guys later. Have a good night, everybody.
Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
General's out.